Just one avocado demands up to 320 liters of water to grow. And that's merely the first step in its bold ascent, from a humble fruit transformed into nutrient-packed guacamole to a symbol of green gold, fueling a global industry worth billions. But do you know how millions of tons of avocados are harvested and processed each year to make guacamole? The secret journey of guacamole, the green sauce of the gods, begins in sun-drenched orchards, where plump avocados are hand-picked by skilled workers and swiftly transported to modern factories. There, under the remarkable fusion of cutting-edge machinery and human craftsmanship, each creamy avocado is transformed, not only into nutrient-rich avocado oil and luscious guacamole, but every remaining part is also repurposed to create eco-friendly products. Today, Agriculture Insight will take you deep inside the heart of the world's most advanced guacamole factories to uncover the secret formulas behind this irresistible green sauce that has captivated millions. Everything will be revealed in today's video. Imagine stepping into a vast avocado orchard where sun-drenched trees heavy with fruit stretch endlessly toward the horizon. Welcome to Michoacan, Mexico, the avocado capital of the world, where over 2.5 million tons are harvested each year. But Michoacan is just the beginning. The avocado boom has spread across other fertile regions, from the highland farms of Chile and the coastal valleys of Peru to the abundant groves of California, USA, forming a global avocado belt that powers both supply and export for the entire world. Although avocados may seem easy to grow, if you live in a region where temperatures drop below 5 degrees Celsius or rise above 38 degrees Celsius, your beloved avocado tree is almost certain to struggle or may not survive at all. Did you know? Avocados were once called alligator pears because of their bumpy skin. Unlike traditional sweet fruits like apples or pears, the avocado is a natural masterpiece. Rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, packed with more potassium than bananas, and loaded with vitamins E, K, and C, along with lutein to support eye health. But the value of avocados goes far beyond nutrition. In Mexican culture, avocados and guacamole symbolize luck and abundance, with roots tracing back to the Aztecs. Today, guacamole is a global favorite, especially in the US, where it's a Super Bowl essential with thousands of tons consumed in a single day. Every remarkable journey has a beginning, and for avocados, it starts with the harvest season. By summer, after 6 to 7 months of careful development since flowering, avocado orchards grow heavy with fruit. Farmers work tirelessly, checking ripeness, preparing harvest baskets, and meticulously picking each avocado to ensure the best possible quality. A key factor that determines the fruit's perfect flavor and freshness lies in the farmer's sharp eye and intuitive touch, something no modern machine can replicate. Harvesting avocados requires finesse and a keen sense for selecting perfectly ripe fruit, smooth-skinned, unmarred, and just the right softness. Farmers use long poles with specialized cutters to reach high branches, often paired with sturdy ladders or mechanical lifts mounted on trucks. These mobile platforms allow them to adjust height and navigate between trees safely and efficiently. For lower-hanging fruit, the harvest is simpler. A gentle snip of the stem with shears or a skilled twist of the hand is all it takes. Each avocado is then carefully placed into a chest-worn basket to avoid bruising from impact. An experienced worker can harvest up to 450 kilograms of avocados per hour. Though modest compared to machine-harvested crops, this precision ensures the fruit remains fresh and flavorful, reflecting the care and respect farmers bring to each season. However, due to its biological nature, avocado farming demands a significant amount of water, about 320 liters for a single fruit. This raises sustainability concerns, especially in water-scarce regions like Mexico, Peru, and Chile. As climate change intensifies, the avocado industry is under increasing pressure to find more water-efficient and environmentally responsible farming methods. But harvesting is only half the secret behind the exceptional quality found in every avocado product. The other half lies beyond the orchard, deep within the walls of modern processing facilities. As soon as the avocados arrive at the factory, they undergo a strict incoming inspection process to ensure consistent quality across the entire batch. First, technical specialists randomly select samples from the avocado crates and examine them in a laboratory, assessing key indicators such as ripeness, firmness, color, and pesticide residue levels. Next, the crates of avocados are placed onto an inbound quality control conveyor belt. This conveyor system, equipped with continuously rotating rollers, allows workers to easily observe the entire surface of each avocado, enabling them to quickly identify and remove any fruits showing signs of bruising, cracking, or other defects. Only avocados that meet the highest quality standards are allowed to continue on to the next stages of processing, while substandard ones are immediately discarded. After passing the initial inspection, the avocados are transferred onto a conveyor equipped with high-pressure spray nozzles. The water pressure must be strong enough to remove dirt, sand, and debris, clinging tightly to the skin, yet gentle enough to avoid scratching the avocado's delicate outer layer, which bruises easily if handled improperly. However, rinsing with water alone is not enough to ensure complete cleanliness. That's why the avocados are then dropped into large water tanks containing a mild disinfectant solution. This step helps deeply cleanse every crevice of the fruit, wash away pesticide residues, lightly sanitize the surface, and quickly cool the avocados, all of which contribute to preserving freshness in the steps that follow. After the avocados are thoroughly washed and sanitized, they move on to the drying stage. Here, they are transferred onto a vibrating conveyor or an air-drying tunnel equipped with powerful, temperature-controlled fans. Proper drying is essential. It not only prevents water from interfering with downstream processes like cutting or peeling, but also reduces the risk of microbial growth during handling. Once dry, the avocados are ready for the next phase of processing. Next, the avocados are moved to the sorting area, one of the most critical steps in the entire process. But why is this so important? High-resolution industrial cameras combined with image analysis software automatically scan each avocado to assess factors such as size, skin color, and ripeness. Avocados that meet standards for shape, uniform color, and ideal or even underripe maturity are separated for fresh packing, domestic distribution, or export. Fruits that are moderately ripe, intact, and firm are directed into the frozen avocado processing line. Meanwhile, overripe or visually imperfect avocados, as long as the flesh remains high quality, are reserved for guacamole production. That's why the sorting system, which operates continuously with high precision, plays a crucial role in ensuring consistent quality across all product lines and maximizing the total value of every avocado batch. In the fresh avocado packing area, only the avocados that meet quality standards are sent directly onto the distribution conveyor. Here, workers perform one final quick check to remove any fruits that may have been damaged during internal transport. The avocados are then placed into specially designed trays or carton boxes, lined with soft padding to minimize impact. The packing process is primarily done by hand, allowing workers to use their flexibility and delicate touch to reduce surface bruising as much as possible. In some large-scale factories, automated robots are also used to speed up the packing process. though they often lack the finesse and gentleness of human hands. Each shipment is clearly labeled with information about its origin, packing date, and product type. The completed boxes of avocados are immediately placed in cold storage, maintained at a temperature of 5 to 7 degrees Celsius, to preserve peak freshness and quality before heading out to millions of consumers. Meanwhile, avocados that don't meet the standards for fresh export embark on a different yet equally fascinating journey, one that takes them through the frozen processing line or into the production of guacamole. At this stage, the avocados are fed into an automated cutting machine, where sharp rotating blades slice each fruit in half quickly and uniformly. After cutting, the pit is either removed automatically by the machine or manually by workers during the pulp extraction process. The avocado flesh is then transferred onto a chilled conveyor belt, where workers inspect each piece for quality, removing any bruised, damaged, or substandard portions. The approved avocado pieces continue on to the next stage of processing, while the low temperatures maintained throughout this step help preserve freshness and slow down oxidation. Avocado seeds may seem like waste left behind after each batch of guacamole, but in reality, they are far from useless. As microplastics are increasingly found in soil, water, and even human blood, bio-based alternatives are making a comeback and growing more popular than ever. First, the seeds are collected, thoroughly washed to remove any remaining pulp, and dried to reduce their moisture content to around 8 to 10%. Next, the dried seeds are finely ground into powder, then blended with natural binders such as cornstarch, bio-based glycerin, and organic additives to create a biopolymer mixture. This mixture is then molded using specialized machines to produce items like straws, spoons, forks, and plates, products that offer durability and heat resistance comparable to petroleum-based plastics, but with a major advantage: they can fully decompose within 180 days under industrial composting conditions. However, there's a catch. These eco-products are still 2 to 3 times more expensive than traditional plastics, and their fast biodegradability only occurs in strictly controlled industrial environments. If discarded carelessly into nature, they can actually take even longer to break down than conventional plastic. If you're searching for an oil that's both nutrient-rich and safe for your health, avocado oil is an excellent choice. It's produced by pressing or centrifuging the soft, ripe flesh of the avocado after the skin and seed have been removed. The extracted oil is then filtered to remove impurities, while preserving its natural flavor and signature green hue. Compared to olive oil, avocado oil has a higher smoke point, a milder taste, and remains rich in healthy fats and vitamin E, making it ideal for both cooking and skincare. But the avocado's journey doesn't end there. With their rapid ripening and harvest volumes reaching tens of thousands of tons per season, avocados must be processed quickly, and freezing offers the most effective solution. Once the seeds and skins are removed, the pure avocado flesh is fed into an automatic slicer. Some products retain avocado halves or larger chunks without going through the cutting stage. After shaping, the avocado pieces are immediately transferred into an IQF system, where the temperature drops to -40 degrees within minutes. As a result, once thawed, the product retains much of its fresh taste and smooth, creamy texture, closely resembling that of a perfectly ripe avocado. But what happens when that 80% frozen green cube transforms into a creamy crowd favorite? This is where guacamole takes the throne, rich, vibrant, and ready to rule taste buds around the world. After a final quality check, the pulp is transferred into an industrial mashing machine. Depending on the product requirements, the avocado can be finely mashed into a smooth consistency or lightly mashed to retain small chunks of fruit. The mixing paddles operate at carefully controlled speeds and durations to ensure the desired consistency while preserving the fresh, vibrant flavor. Depending on the production line, the seasoning formula typically includes a precise blend of ingredients, often consisting of approximately 1.5% salt, 3 to 5% lime juice, 6 to 8% chopped onion, 5 to 7% diced tomato, and 1 to 2% chopped cilantro, based on the total weight of the mashed avocado. Once it passes quality checks, the guacamole is transferred to a sterile filling system for automated packaging. For retail or single-serve products, the guacamole is filled into shallow plastic trays or small round containers. After filling, the containers are sealed with plastic lids or covered with a thin, transparent film or foil seal, protecting the product from oxidation and ensuring maximum hygiene. Finally, the guacamole products undergo high-pressure processing, a cutting-edge, non-thermal preservation method. Subjected to extreme pressure, up to 6,000 bar, the guacamole is treated in a way that effectively eliminates harmful bacteria without the use of heat or chemical preservatives. This ensures the product retains its bright color, fresh taste, and natural texture, while significantly extending its shelf life. And perhaps, the next time you dip a nacho into guacamole, drizzle avocado oil over your meal, or sip from a biodegradable straw made from an avocado seed, you'll recognize that beneath that smooth green surface lies an entire world of innovation, sustainable agriculture, and human dedication. Olive trees, a symbol of resilience and endurance, begin to bear fruit after 3 to 5 years of careful nurturing. From September to November, the olive harvest season brings life to the lush green fields. Early in the season, green olives, rich in polyphenols, are highly sought after for pickling or light olive oil production, offering a fresh and vibrant flavor. Later in the season, ripe olives with glossy black skins become the perfect ingredient for producing extra virgin olive oil, known for its bold and rich taste. Modern machinery ensures a precise and efficient harvest, marking the beginning of olives' journey as the green gold of global cuisine. The harvesting of olives, whether green or ripe, now primarily relies on advanced machinery, bringing exceptional efficiency to large olive fields. These modern harvesters glide through the rows of trees, equipped with rotating systems and specially designed vibrating arms. These arms generate continuous vibrations, gentle enough not to harm the trees, but strong enough to make ripe olives fall onto soft catching nets below. This process ensures the olives are not bruised during harvesting. Once the olives fall, they are automatically transferred onto conveyors inside the machine and transported to large storage bins or accompanying trailers. With a capacity of 5,000 to 8,000 pounds per hour, these machines not only speed up the process, but also significantly reduce manual labor. What's more, the built-in cleaning system removes branches, leaves, and other debris directly in the field, leaving only high-quality olives. After harvesting, the fresh olives are quickly transported to the processing factory, usually within 3 hours, to ensure the best quality. When the olives arrive at the factory, the trucks unload them into storage bins, where they are gathered before the processing begins. From there, the olives move along a conveyor belt for the initial cleaning stage. An automated system of air blowers and filters helps remove impurities such as soil, stones, leaves, and small branches left over from the harvest. After the impurities are removed, the olives move on to the washing stage. Here, a system of conveyor belts and high-pressure water jets thoroughly sprays the entire surface of the olives, removing dirt, bacteria, and any remaining debris. Additionally, the olives pass through an aerated water tank, where air bubbles agitate the water, ensuring that every olive is thoroughly cleaned. This process not only helps maintain the olive's freshness, but also plays a crucial role in ensuring the quality of the oil after pressing. After being thoroughly washed, the olives continue moving along conveyor belts designed to remove excess water. This system ensures that the olives reach an optimal state before entering the grinding process. Once the olives have been drained, they are transferred to the grinding machine, where the entire fruit, including the flesh, skin, and pit, is crushed into a paste. This process helps release the oil from the olive cells, setting the stage for the extraction phase. In the cold press method, olive oil is extracted at temperatures below 27 degrees Celsius, 80.6 degrees Fahrenheit, without the use of heat or chemicals, preserving its natural flavor, color, and nutrients. The paste is then thoroughly mixed for a set period, allowing small oil droplets to merge and release their distinctive aroma. Every step is strictly controlled according to pressure, temperature, and humidity standards to ensure the olive oil retains its full nutritional value and achieves the highest quality. After being mixed for about 30 to 45 minutes, the olive paste begins to release oil and water. At this stage, the captivating green hue of the olive oil gradually emerges, along with its signature smooth texture. The resulting mixture from the grinding process contains approximately 20 to 25% olive oil and 40 to 50% water. The mixture is then fed into a centrifuge system, where the oil is separated from the water and olive pulp based on differences in density. Inside the centrifuge, the mixture spins at extremely high speeds, typically between 3,000 and 5,000 revolutions per minute. Under the force of centrifugation, the heavier components, such as olive pulp and water, are pushed outward, while the lighter olive oil gathers in the center. After centrifugation, the olive oil is transferred into stainless steel tanks for natural settling over 2 to 4 weeks. These storage tanks are specially designed to protect the oil from light, air, and high temperatures, helping to preserve the original quality and flavor of the olive oil. During this period, fine sediments gradually sink to the bottom, allowing the oil to become clearer and purer without the need for chemicals. Before packaging, the oil undergoes a quality inspection by experts who assess its color, aroma, and flavor to ensure it meets the highest standards. After passing the quality inspection, the olive oil moves to the bottling process. Dark glass bottles are prepared to hold the oil, protecting it from light, preventing oxidation, and preserving its flavor, color, and nutritional content. The olive oil is automatically filled into bottles, ensuring each one contains the precise standard amount. Next, an automated capping system securely seals the bottles, protecting the product from external factors. After sealing, labels are applied, providing essential information such as origin, expiration date, and nutritional content. Finally, the bottled olive oil is carefully packed into boxes, ready for transportation to consumers, ensuring the product maintains its perfect quality from the factory to the table. Once fully packaged, the olive oil is transported to high-end restaurants in New York, where skilled chefs use it to create exquisite dishes rich in Mediterranean flavors. In addition to oil extraction, many olive varieties in the U.S. are grown for pickling to meet diverse culinary needs. Popular varieties like manzanilla have firm flesh, low oil content, and a naturally slightly bitter taste, making them ideal for pickling. Olives intended for pickling are typically harvested early while still green, helping them retain their crunch and firm texture after the curing process. The harvest of olives for pickling is typically done by hand, with the help of specialized ladders to reach the higher branches. Harvest workers carefully select each olive, picking only those that have reached the ideal ripeness. After that, baskets filled with olives are carefully loaded onto trucks, with each layer evenly arranged in the containers to prevent bruising. Once the truck is fully loaded with fresh olives, it quickly heads to the processing plant. Upon arrival at the processing plant, the olives undergo an initial inspection to remove any damaged ones. Then, a forklift unloads the olives into a large receiving hopper, where they are gathered before being transferred onto a conveyor system. This conveyor gently moves the olives, minimizing impact to prevent bruising or damage. Next, the olives move along the conveyor system and through a water stream, where they are thoroughly cleaned to remove dirt, dust, and any remaining debris from the harvest. They are then placed into an aerated water tank to loosen impurities before passing through high-pressure spray nozzles, which effectively wash away any remaining dust, small leaves, and residue. After washing, the olives are transferred onto a high-speed vibrating conveyor, causing them to gently bounce, which helps drain excess water quickly without damaging their skin. The olives are then transported to large outdoor curing tanks, where they begin the fermentation process. They are soaked in a carefully balanced brine solution. The curing process typically lasts about 3 to 4 months, allowing the olives to lose their natural bitterness while becoming firmer and more flavorful. Once the olives have completed the perfect curing time, the salted olives are transferred from the outdoor tanks into large containers inside the factory, preparing for the next processing stage. A specialized conveyor system with small compartments gently lifts the olives from the large containers, ensuring an even flow while minimizing impact. This careful handling helps preserve the olive's shape and quality. Next, the pickled olives are sent to a high-speed pitting machine where they undergo an automated de-pitting process. The olives are evenly arranged on a conveyor belt and precisely positioned before a circular drill pierces through the center, while a pushrod from the opposite side ejects the pit. This process operates at high speed, handling thousands of olives per minute while ensuring precise pit removal without damaging the fruit's structure. A specialized conveyor system with small compartments gently lifts the pitted olives, ensuring smooth and even movement without causing bruising. Next, workers carefully sort the olives by hand, inspecting each one to remove any defective, damaged, or substandard pieces. Only olives that meet strict standards for size, color, and integrity proceed to the next processing stage, guaranteeing the highest quality for the final product. Next, the conveyor system transports the olives to the packaging area. The system operates smoothly with precise speed, ensuring a continuous supply of olives without any interruptions. Where pre-prepared glass jars move along an automated conveyor belt. When the jars reach the filling station, perfectly cured olives are precisely measured and dispensed into each jar, ensuring they are evenly filled to standard specifications. This system guarantees accurate portioning, allowing the packaging process to be fast, consistent, and completely sanitary. The jars of olives are then filled with the prepared brine solution, ensuring consistent salinity and flavor in every product. Next, the lids are securely sealed using a high-pressure sealing machine, guaranteeing an airtight closure. Finally, the jars of olives are carefully labeled with complete information about ingredients, origin, expiration date, and nutritional value. In addition to jar packaging, olives are also packed into plastic pouches in smaller portions, catering to customers looking for convenience or easy portability. Here we are, visiting one of the largest apple-growing regions in the United States, Washington State, often called the apple basket of the nation. With its ideal climate, fertile soil, and producing over 70% of the country's apples, Washington is not only famous, but also the birthplace of some of the finest apples around. Here, apple trees take about 2 to 3 years from planting to start blooming, and it takes a few more months for those delicate blossoms to transform into plump, juicy apples. And when harvest season arrives, the apple orchards come alive with activity. Farmers carefully pick each apple by hand, using a gentle twisting technique to remove the fruit from the branch without damaging the skin. This is crucial to ensure the apples stay fresh during transport and processing. Once picked, the apples are placed directly onto conveyor belts supported by modern machines. These machines move slowly through the rows of trees, gently collecting the apples with care and efficiency. From there, the apples are transferred into specially designed containers that protect them from bruising on their journey to the processing facility. This mechanical machine features a rotating cleaning unit on the conveyor belt, equipped with soft brushes that spin continuously to gently remove dirt and impurities from the surface without damaging the delicate skin of the apples. This method combines the skillful hands of farmers with advanced technology, ensuring the apples always maintain their top quality. It's the first step in the journey of bringing Washington's famous apples to your table. After being carefully harvested and safely transported, the apples continue their journey at modern processing facilities. Here, advanced technology is used to make sure the apples not only stay fresh, but are also prepared to become high-quality products that meet consumer expectations. At the processing facility, the first step in handling the apples is thorough cleaning. They are placed into an automated washing system, where they pass through large water tanks. Here, gentle water currents wash away dirt, sand, and surface impurities. Next, the apples are guided through a high-pressure spray system, where powerful nozzles thoroughly clean every nook and cranny of each apple, removing any remaining debris. In some advanced facilities, ozone water or mild sanitizing solutions are also used to ensure the apples meet strict food safety standards. After the apples are washed, they move up the conveyor belt to the drying section in the sorting facility. Here, modern dryers use a strong yet gentle airflow to remove excess water from the surface, without compromising the quality of the fruit. At the same time, soft brushes work alongside to gently clean and polish the apple skin, giving it a bright and appealing shine. This process ensures the apples are thoroughly dried and ready for the next stage, while maintaining their freshness and visual appeal. After being thoroughly cleaned, the apples move to the sorting area. Advanced optical scanners carefully inspect each apple, analyzing details like size, color, shape, and the condition of the skin. The highest quality apples are sorted based on size and grade, ready for packaging or further processing. Apples that don't meet the standards are redirected to other processing lines for uses like juice or other apple-based products. After being sorted by the machine, the apples move along the conveyor belt to the automated labeling system. Here, advanced sensors in the labeling machine precisely identify the correct position and quickly apply small labels to each apple evenly. Next, the fresh, high-quality apples are moved to the packaging area. Here, each apple is carefully placed into trays or carton boxes, lined with soft padding to protect the fruit from scratches and bruises. The apple crates are then loaded into cartons and transported to the warehouse, ready for delivery to the consumer. Moreover, in some modern facilities, the packaging process is fully automated. Advanced robotic systems with precise sensors carefully pick up each apple, gently placing them evenly into trays. This method ensures faster processing speeds, minimizes errors, increases efficiency, and maintains consistent product quality. These packaging robots can operate continuously for extended periods, handling large orders while still delivering the highest standards of quality. Next, we come to the apple pie factory, an icon of American cuisine. The process of making apple pies in the factory begins with preparing the filling from fresh apple slices, which are lightly cooked with honey, apple juice, and cinnamon in large steam-heated kettles to create a smooth and flavorful mixture. Next, the pie crust is made from premium butter, whole wheat flour, honey, and ice-cold water, ensuring the crust remains flaky after baking. The dough is rolled into thin sheets and placed over pie molds, while the apple filling is automatically pumped into each crust. Then, a top layer of crust is added, and the edges are trimmed and neatly crimped before the pies are baked in a convection oven for even cooking. Generally, the baking process takes around 10 to 15 minutes at temperatures ranging from 375 to 425 degrees. Pies that meet the standards are flash frozen, sealed in airtight packaging, and placed into cardboard boxes, ready for distribution to consumers. The factory can produce over 2,100 apple pies per hour, meeting the high market demand. For apples used in making juice or cider, where appearance is less critical, harvesting is done using shaking machines. Shaking machines are among the most common harvesting tools on apple farms. Initially, the machine is positioned near the apple tree that needs to be harvested. The arm of the machine is adjusted to fit snugly around the trunk, ensuring that the device can efficiently shake the tree. Once the arm is correctly positioned, the shaking system is activated. The shaking force is evenly distributed from low to high, ensuring that the apples fall gently without damage. The apples then fall directly to the ground around the tree. After the apples fall to the ground, apple sweeping machines are used to collect them. These machines feature a rotating arm close to the ground that sucks up the apples, and a front barrier that pushes the apples into rows to prevent them from being run over. Farmers control the machine as it moves along the rows of apples. The apples on the ground are moved into the machine by the rotating part, and then onto a conveyor system that leads them into a storage bin attached to the back of the machine. As the apples pass through this conveyor system, impurities such as dry leaves and weeds are also removed. Once the rear bin is full, the machine transfers the apples to another trailer, which will transport the apples to the storage facility. Additionally, shaking machines equipped with catching nets are also used. These operate similarly to standard shaking machines, but after the apples fall, they land on a net instead of directly onto the ground. The apples are then conveyed from the net to a conveyor belt that moves them into a storage container. This machine essentially combines the features of the two previously mentioned machines. However, it can cause damage to the apples and does not allow for selective harvesting of only ripe apples. Farmers may stand behind the machine to remove any damaged apples that are collected. This method helps to reduce the impact on the apples and somewhat streamlines the collection process. Next is the over-the-row apple harvester, a specialized machine made in Germany. This machine is suitable for apple varieties with smaller trees, less branching, and heights under 3 meters, planted in straight rows. It is equipped with a multi-tier rotating shaft system made of rubber. As the machine moves over the trees, the rotating rings vigorously shake them, causing ripe red apples to fall. The apples are then moved by a conveyor belt to a storage container. This method is very modern, however, it does not remove impurities such as leaves from the apples and can potentially damage the plants. After the apples are harvested and transported to the factory, their journey truly begins. First, the apples are thoroughly cleaned in an automated washing system. High-pressure spray nozzles combined with soaking tanks effectively remove dirt and impurities from the surface of the apples. This step ensures proper hygiene and prepares the apples for grinding and pressing. Once cleaned, the apples are transferred to a grinding machine where they are crushed to release their juice, creating a pulp mixture that is ready for the pressing stage. Next, the apple pulp is sent to a hydraulic press or screw press to extract fresh juice. This is a crucial step because the juice obtained forms the foundation for the quality of the cider. To ensure purity, the juice is thoroughly filtered to remove any pulp residue and impurities, leaving behind a clear, flavorful liquid that captures the natural taste of the apples. The apple juice is then pumped into large fermentation tanks, typically made of stainless steel or oak. At this stage, yeast is added to kickstart the fermentation process, where the natural sugars in the apple juice are converted into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process occurs in a carefully controlled environment with strict regulation of temperature and time, usually lasting 1 to 3 weeks. This ensures that every drop of cider achieves the desired alcohol content and flavor profile. Once the cider reaches its perfect flavor, it is transferred to an automated bottling line. The cider is lightly pasteurized with heat or filtered through membranes to ensure safety and stability. Each bottle is then filled, sealed tightly, and labeled with detailed product information, including the type of cider, alcohol content, and production date. Finally, the bottles undergo one last quality check before being packed and distributed to stores or exported to international markets. Apple cider has a long history in the United States, beginning with European settlers who brought apple seeds and cider-making techniques to the New World in the 17th century. During the colonial era, cider became a popular drink due to the ease of growing apples and the unreliability of clean water. In addition, cider is also bottled in larger sizes for ease of use. In addition to cider, fresh apples are also turned into bottled apple juice, a popular drink that's natural and nutritious. The process of making apple juice shares many similarities with cider production. After the apples are washed, ground, and pressed to extract the juice, the liquid undergoes pasteurization at a temperature of 60 to 85 degrees Celsius for a short period. This step eliminates bacteria and yeast while preserving the natural flavor and beneficial nutrients of the apples. After making apple pies or other apple products, apple pomace is often used as animal feed. Finally, the apple juice is sent to an automated packaging line. Glass bottles or small pouches are carefully sterilized before being filled with the juice, then sealed tightly and labeled with all the necessary product information. The packaged juice undergoes strict quality checks to ensure safety and perfect flavor before being distributed to retail outlets. Apple juice is not only a delicious beverage, but also offers numerous health benefits, such as providing vitamin C, antioxidants, and boosting the immune system. With its natural sweetness and easy-to-drink appeal, apple juice has become a popular choice in American diets, from family breakfasts to sports events. Apples are also a symbol of America, widely grown in states like Washington and New York, with farms producing millions of tons of apples annually. The popularity of apple juice not only drives the agricultural sector, but also contributes to a unique culinary culture, tied to iconic images like apple pies and autumn festivities. This demonstrates that apple juice is more than just a drink, it's an integral part of American life and culture. In addition, apples are also processed into applesauce. The production process of applesauce begins with washing and peeling the apples, followed by cutting them into small pieces for easier cooking. These apple pieces are placed into a large pot and cooked with a small amount of water to maintain their softness while preserving their natural flavor. During the cooking process, sugar and spices like cinnamon can be added according to the recipe. Once the apples are soft, they are mashed or blended to the desired consistency, ranging from chunky to smooth. Finally, the applesauce is packaged into jars or sealed containers, ready for consumption or long-term storage. The journey of transforming fresh plums into high-quality dried plums is a meticulous process that combines modern technology with strict quality control. As soon as they leave the farm, the plump, juicy plums are transported to the factory, where they go through an automated cleaning process. Here, high-capacity washing systems use high-pressure water sprays and soft brushes to remove all dirt and debris, ensuring each plum is perfectly clean. After their refreshing wash, the plums move on to the sorting stage. Any damaged or underdeveloped fruits are quickly removed. Only plums with uniform size and ideal ripeness make it to the next step in the process. Once the fresh plums have been cleaned and sorted, they enter the most crucial stage, drying. This step is essential for extending shelf life while preserving their naturally sweet flavor. First, the plums are evenly spread out on large trays and placed in industrial drying ovens, set to temperatures between 104 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Over the course of 18 to 24 hours, moisture gradually evaporates without compromising the plum's soft and chewy texture. The result? Delicious, perfectly dried plums, ready for the next stages of processing and packaging. After the drying process, the prunes still aren't ready for packaging just yet. They go through a second wash, an important step that removes the natural sugars released during drying. After being cleaned and cooled, plums enter the pitting stage with high precision to maintain their shape. The process begins with softening the plums using steam or warm water, making the fruit more pliable. The softened plums are then fed into an automated pitting system, where specialized rollers or blades gently press and remove the pits without damaging the delicate flesh. However, machines are not always flawless. Therefore, after pitting, the plums undergo a quality control step to detect and remove defective or unpitted fruit. At this stage, skilled workers carefully inspect each plum, assessing its color, size, and uniformity to ensure that only those meeting quality standards proceed to the next stage. After all the meticulous steps from harvesting to processing, the final stage is packaging. The prunes are carefully placed in vacuum-sealed bags or airtight containers, helping to extend shelf life while preserving their sweet flavor and soft, chewy texture. But packaging isn't just about preservation, it's also designed with consumers in mind. Each package includes clear product information, origin details, and quality standards, making it easy for buyers to choose with confidence. While plums may not be a major agricultural commodity, the plum industry, especially dried plums, still plays a significant role in the U.S. agricultural economy. Every year, the United States produces about 780 million pounds of plums, with the majority coming from California, where the climate is ideal for plum cultivation. This industry generates hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue annually, not only supplying the domestic market, but also exporting to countries around the world. The processing and distribution of plum products create thousands of jobs, from farmers tending the orchards to workers in food processing plants. More than just a fruit, plums are an essential part of the U.S. agricultural economy.